Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Buzzsaw Hordak, the ruthless leader with Blaster Blade from Masters of the Universe Origins from Mattel. Now this is one of the deluxe figure sets as you see up there in the corner. So this is 20 instead of 15, but you do get a fair amount of extra accessories. You have an extra head, an extra hand, two of the saw blades down here. He does come with his bow, but he does not have the bat that clips onto his arm. It was kind of my least favorite accessory anyway, but that the original release does have that. So if you get both, then you can have all of those different pieces. And the head should be interchangeable with the Wave 4 release that just came out. So it's kind of interesting to me that they're doing them so close together, but I guess we had Battle Armored He-Man and Skeletor, but those characters are like the main characters. I mean, not that Hordak's not, but just kind of funny to me that they did them so close together. But again, packaging, very retro. You have that exploding red rock with the blue night sky. You have these bursts, saw blade bursts out of chest. They're very excited about that. And then the modern posing retro play that they always have. You have the Evil Horde sticker down here, which I really like. I'm hoping we're going to get more Horde members because I always loved the Horde as a kid. So hopefully more of them are coming. Let's see, taking a look at the back. You have some pretty cool artwork up here. I will move this up. So it says, Hordak Buzzsaw Blast catches his enemies off guard. Now you can see this is another alternate form of He-Man. We get the vac metal. I'm assuming that's gold chest with that spinning, I don't know, that's not really a blade. It kind of looks like bolos, but attached to a handpiece there. So I don't know if that's foreshadowing. Hopefully that's something we're going to be getting pretty soon or a little bit later on. But then taking a look at the back here, we get a look at the Wind Raider, which I don't think we've seen pictures of yet. I mean, obviously it looks very similar to the original Wind Raider, but you have Castle Grayskull up here as well, which is out now, and then you have Battle Armored He-Man and Skeletor for the, I think that's what makes up this wave. So I think the first wave was these two, Ram Man and Clamp Champ, and now they've switched them out for Hordak. So if you missed out on these guys, it should be a little bit easier to get them, seeing as how they're probably coming again. And I don't know if these are their own separate wave, if this is part of Wave 4, Wave 5, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to kind of call these Deluxe Wave 2. That's kind of what I'm guessing at right now. But you can see click Buzzsaw into place, push down on lever and back, launch Buzzsaw at enemies. And then you have your standard warnings, don't shoot at your face, which is always good to know. So pretty cool packaging. I'm going to go ahead and get him out of the box here, and we're going to take a closer look. So here he is out of the packaging. And honestly, he looks pretty similar to the original release, or I should say the Wave 4 normal release. Here he is here real quick just for a comparison. Honestly, unless you really look closely enough that you can see the chest openings and the hinge and whatnot, they're pretty indistinguishable. I mean, obviously this guy has the piece for the armor that clips on, and it has the little latches on the side, which he does not have because it's molded in. Otherwise, pretty similar. So I just wanted to do a comparison. I would say the biggest change is back here because this has the cape, and then this one has the lever. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. But the cape is connected to the lever, which kind of makes it look a little goofy, but it's workable. Articulation's the same. You have a ball joint here. It's kind of a barbell system where you have a ball joint down here at the base of the neck connected to a ball joint at the base of the skull. So you can move that all the way around. You have a hinge here in the shoulder, as well as a rotation. You have a hinge and a rotation in the elbow, and then a hinge and a rotation in the wrist. You have a waist swivel. You have a ball joint here in the hip. Now it does out to the side really well and back a little bit well, but forward it doesn't. It's a little tight to go forward, but it can be done. You have a hinge and a swivel in the knee. You have a boot swivel, and then you have a hinge and a rotation in the ankle. So really nice articulation. Like I said, very similar to all the other Origin figures. He doesn't really lose anything in terms of articulation because of the gimmick. And then we do have the alternate head. I kind of like this expression. I'm going to go ahead and switch this out. It should be easy enough to do. You just go ahead and pop this head off, as you can see, and then there's that barbell system I was talking about there. And then you just go ahead and snap that right on there, and that works really well. He does have his bow, which I believe is identical to the one from the original release, or I keep calling it original, but it's the Wave 4 release. And then you can kind of put that on there. He does come with a different hand, so if you want to switch out the open hand for more of a grasping hand, you can certainly do that. I'm going to leave him with this. And then, of course, he comes with the most important accessory for this release, and that is his two saw blades. So you have two varieties here, which I think is pretty cool. And this feature actually works really well. So what we're going to do, you just kind of lift the head a little bit out of the way so that you can open this up. And then you go ahead and pop in one of these, and you have to sink it in pretty deep till it locks. But if you push this in, you'll hear when it snaps into place. You have to leave this down. I was hoping that this would kind of make this flip down, but this isn't spring loaded or anything. So, I mean, it's probably better in the long run, so it'll hold up better. And I'm going to try to be careful because this thing fires out of here pretty well. But you just kind of push down on this lever piece. Well, okay, that's gone forever. So, that's why they give you two of them. But that really does fire pretty well. And I mean, if you want to leave one of these in here locked and loaded at all times, you can. You just go ahead and, you know, snap that in. And this will close back up, so you don't have to worry about that. You can leave him locked and loaded. But you do have to pull that front piece down before you can fire it, because it won't really... the propulsion is not enough to make that come down on its own. I wanted to show the mini comic off real quick because this is a brand new mini comic. I'm assuming this is kind of a wave 2 of the deluxes, because the wave 1 of the deluxes came with the He-Man and the battle armor on the front of the comic. So this is definitely new. We get Mosquito here right on the front. Very, very cool, because he's definitely coming soon. He's going to be another deluxe figure. And then he's going to get a cool little mini comic story here. I think that's a lot of fun. So I love the little mini comics. Again, on the back here, you can see Castle Grayskull, the Wind Raider, which should be coming soon. And then you have the battle armored He-Man and Skeletor there. So really cool little mini comic. I love the cover. I just think that's really striking. You got Horde Plague there, seemingly written in blood. It's a very, very cool look. Really like this mini comic a lot. I think this guy's a ton of fun. Like I said, it's a little weird to me that they released him so closely after his kind of original release in Wave 4, but I definitely recommend picking this one up. I could understand if you want to kind of pick and choose. Maybe you say, okay, I won't get the original one, I'll get this one instead, because they are very, very similar. The only difference is because of the play feature, that cape really sticks out and then it kind of hangs back. There's a lot of empty space there. So if you prefer the look of the Wave 4 release where the cape is a lot more attached to his back, I say go with that one. Or hey, get both. They're not super expensive. I think they're a lot of fun, and I like having both of them. They do come with different accessories. You get the extra head here. You get the bat on the arm over there. Plus, you do get the extra fist. So I think it's worth it to have both of them, honestly. I also kind of like the look of him with this molded in, instead of being like a bulkier piece on top of the body as far as his chest armor goes. So I do kind of like the look of that a little bit better. But I do like the cape being a little bit more connected to the back. So there are pluses and minuses to both, but I think they're both pretty successful, and I definitely recommend grabbing both of them. So let me know what you guys think about this guy in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.